Greetings and salutations, listener. It is I, Eric J. Chucci, joined by the boy.
Hey, listener.
This is the Two Nerds Podcast. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Go to Shining Wizzato, Super Blizzard, Shining Wizzato, Super Blizzard page. Buy all the music, buy all the Joy Lancer. Just throw money directly into his face.
Also, go to his Patreon.
I don't think he has that yet.
Oh, he's not up yet?
No.
Oh, I really hope it's up.
Today, we're talking about the pay-per-view so good that it killed Billy dead, and I have to fill in his shoes.
Is that the explanation we're going with?
Yes.
Okay.
I might bring him back to life later. My powers don't work over long distances, though.
So, Billy might be back. He might be dead forever. This is comic books, ladies and gentlemen. You won't know until it happens.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Since Billy's not here, we probably won't be doing the fantasy booking thing. But should Billy manage to resurrect himself, like Jean Grey, or be resurrected like Ra's al Ghul, or Ra's al Ghul, however you want to say it. I'm not gonna hate on you. I will probably be doing another show with him to get his take on the pay-per-view and do the fantasy booking if you guys are interested in that. But for now, we're going to talk about the show, talk about what we feel about the WWE, both positive and negative.
If you're curious why I don't do fantasy booking, it's because my fantasy is that we did different bookings 6 fucking months ago. You're off the map, mate. Here there be monsters, and I'm not helping you. I tried to warn you.
So, as you can tell, positive and negative will be two sides of this particular conversation. All right, let's just start from the top here. You guys know what WWE Pay-Per-View is if you're at all a listener.
2 men get naked and fight.
Not all the way naked, though. Only mostly naked.
The first match, one man is half naked, the other man is not naked at all.
Yes, that's true.
In fact, he puts on extra clothes, face clothes.
He's focusing on some weird things. I'm as concerned as you, listener. So this was... It turns out I didn't even mean to catch the pre-show, but I happened to catch all the pre-show. Because WWE doesn't know how to give me a start time that's real, in real life. But it was R-Truth and Stardust. I gather they've been having a feud. Also, neither of us have been watching week to week, obviously, so we might not know much about the build-up, aside from the millions of videos they show about all the big feuds.
I read the Wikipedia page.
Oh, that'll...
So, I'm pretty much...
Yeah, you're an expert now.
Yep.
It was R-Truth versus Stardust. The match was fine.
I liked it.
There wasn't anything wrong with it. It was perfectly, it was a Raw match. They didn't do anything special for the pay-per-view. But that doesn't mean it was a bad match. It just means it was, a normal match.
I got to see Stardust and I got to see R-Truth. 2 wrestlers I like.
And one of them has to lose and one of them has to win.
Yeah, that was kind of rough. But, in the end, I wasn't ever going to be too mad. I am reminded that Stardust has found Adam Bomb's contact lenses and has been wearing them, and that pleases me.
That pleases me also. Anyway.
R-Truth was the guy that won.
Yeah, R-Truth won. It was a perfectly serviceable match. It was on the pre-show. I mean, there's no need to really go too much into it. It was a match. I gather they've been having a feud. R-Truth probably won the feud. Good, because R-Truth could use a feud win. You could use regular wins, honestly.
Yeah.
But, moving on. We have the Ascension versus
Versus.
versus
part of a poem or song lyric.
The Meta Powers is apparently their official name. It is Curtis Axel as Axelmania and Damian Sandow as Macho Man Sandow? Is that
Macho Mandow?
Macho Mandow. That's much stupider than I was hoping.
Seeing them come out put a smile on my face that I quickly crushed with the power of my face muscles. Because I know better. And watching them job to the Ascension...
They did the Mega Powers, handshake. That was cool.
Yeah, they used Hulk Hogan's music and Macho Man's music, and they were dressed up like them, and there was a fake mustache. It was all
No, it was a real mustache.
Oh, really? He grew that?
He has a beard. He just shaved off the parts that aren't the mustache and bleached.
That makes sense. Well, he had a wig.
Yeah, there was a wig, but that was a real mustache. He fucking committed. And Joe
Henning
has commitment on his side at the very least.
Michael McGillicuddy has earned 3 points in my book. 3 points for Gryffindor.
You really think Gryffindor?
He's not, as a person, evil enough to be Slytherin.
Slytherins aren't evil.
But he's not like ambitious or underhanded.
Well, yeah, he's not
no,
really
he's middle card there. And he's not a puff.
Not hardworking.
Not nice enough. Not hardworking enough. Doesn't live near the kitchens.
Very loyal, though.
He's still around. That's true.
He's been
certainly not a Ravenclaw.
No.
So that really just leaves the one.
Yeah.
And he's wearing the red and gold. So.
Gryffindor, the house of the leftovers. So, I mean, this match was bad.
Oh my God, yeah. Curtis Axel doesn't need to be near a wrestling ring.
You're Mr.
How do you fuck up Hulk Hogan?
You're Mr. Perfect's kid, and Hulk Hogan is not a good wrestler. How do you fuck that up?
You did the 3 Hulk Hogan moves, and you managed to fuck up all of them.
He fucked. I mean, the leg drop even.
No, the leg drop was okay, but
well, he did it with the wrong leg.
Yeah, so there's that.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, he fucked up all 3 of Hulk Hogan's. Fuck it.
Every child throughout the nation. Hulk Hogan hasn't been a wrestler in 15 years. At least not a good one. So, and they can still do the Hulk Hogan sequence pretty much in order. You're a fucking professional wrestler, Kurt. Come on, man. I don't say this often. I could have done that better.
Yeah. I mean, the rest of it was a 2-minute, 50-second match.
Yeah.
This was a fart.
They were clearly trying to cut time to get to the pay-per-view.
As I understand it, actually, R-Truth and Stardust wasn't booked. Maybe they saw how poorly Curtis Axel and Damien Sandow were doing, so they were like, let's put on something else.
Let's throw something else on there to keep the audience up.
Or maybe the Ascension. I don't know. I like their look, but I haven't been impressed by them.
Yeah, everyone, I didn't watch NXT when they were in NXT. I started watching after they left. Everyone was always talking about how good they are. They have not impressed. And I don't mean they haven't won, because it's the E. I don't expect them to win. E isn't good at booking. I mean in their matches. They have not impressed me. But maybe that's just the difference between NXT and E booking, and NXT and E wrestling.
Regardless of face or heel, I would also like to comment, I don't think it's ever a good idea for your commentary team to call anybody in your federation not entertaining.
See, I don't know that's true. I think I have one exception for that. The heel commentator should have a pass to shit all over the face. That's...
Yeah.
Because... Oh, just talking away from the microphone. Because that's part of their thing. The face is obviously trying to entertain the fans.
There's a million ways to shit on them. Entertaining is probably the worst choice. Other than, it's above, bringing up real-life shit on commentary. I talked to Curtis Axel yesterday in real life, and he told me that he's a violent racist, and it's like, whoa, wait, stop, what are you doing? Don't do this. It's all on fire.
I mean, I can respect that opinion, I just don't happen to share it.
And that's fair. It's like, okay, it's my... maybe not my first time. I know what wrestling is. I'm tuning in, and the commentators are like, these guys aren't entertaining. Oh, well, I've seen enough, I guess.
Yeah, but wrestling doesn't... I understand the idea. Every comic is someone's first.
Well, I mean, even then, you're not selling these guys. You're doing the opposite of selling these guys.
Well, I suppose it depends on the gimmick.
It was like you said about a future match, the build-up for it, and the last few months about it. Ryback and Bray Wyatt. You mentioned that if this were an E-Fed, you wouldn't be mad at the fact that Bray Wyatt keeps losing matches. You'd be mad because everybody keeps not selling him as scary.
That's true. If that's how you see it, I can understand.
Well, and that's what the commentator's job is to do, is to sell these wrestlers. And if one of your commentators isn't saying these guys suck, isn't saying I don't like these guys, isn't saying look at their stupid face paint. They're ridiculous. Stupid. If they're saying they're not entertaining, you're only damaging your company.
You know what? That's a fair point.
Or part of your company's assets.
That's regardless. A fair point. I can't actually fight that. I'll look. I'll think about that because you're right. That's an entirely fair point.
I mean,
think about.
JBL is usually pretty magical. Sometimes he goes into drunken rambling mode.
Well, normally it's when he's bored.
Yes, and then he just starts saying the first shit as loud as possible that comes to the top of his head.
Because he's bored and doesn't give a fuck. Because he's super rich. What does he care?
Yeah.
Oh, you fired me?
Okay.
Whatever. I'm going to go be a millionaire off Wall Street later. But yeah, I mean, the match itself was shitty and over really quickly. So
yeah, Connor and Victor smushed them. So there's your big buddy team debut.
Oh, they're fucking Sandow. They don't need it's Damian Sandow. He's fucking Santino now. He doesn't need to win.
I disagree with that separately, but
I don't like that situation.
Oh, okay, good.
I'm not happy about it, but it is facts. He doesn't need to win.
The WWE has established a stupid fucking paradigm in booking. That is, if you are over with the fans, you never need to win a match. Which all that does is create something like my situation, where, all right, well, if the guys I like are never going to do anything good, then I'm done.
Mm-hmm. And that's what gets fans to do things like boo Roman Reigns, and do things like hate on John Cena, because other people who they like more are never winning.
We'll get there. So the next match is Sheamus, the pinnacle of entertainment, versus Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, this is just a fight. This is just a match.
Oh, it was fair.
It was a good match.
JBL trying to sell the words "kiss me arse" repeatedly was about the funniest thing I've heard.
Oh, you should have heard it last pay-per-view. It was even worse because it was that
I heard some of it.
Yeah, it's just, oh my god. And
this was the stupidest
at one point,
feud.
Michael Cole even asked him, which one do you prefer, JBL, behind or arse? And JBL very honestly went, behind. Because I can't sell that other word. It sounds silly in my accent.
Oh, man. This was stupid. This feud is stupid. I don't understand why they're mad at each other.
Sheamus is a heel who hates underdogs. Read as Sheamus is a heel who hates...
that's right. When he came back with his fucking Troll Slayer outfit, he just was smushing underdogs.
Yeah, smushing the people the fans like who they don't book to win. That specific thing that happens, the fans like them, so they never need to win a match. Well, so Sheamus' gimmick is now to beat up those guys.
Proof in the pudding. Sheamus wins.
Yeah, Sheamus wins. Sheamus wins clean. No cheating, nothing. He's a heel. He just beat him. Dolph Ziggler headbutt Sheamus and either busted himself open real bad on the
Dolph Ziggler headbutted Sheamus and died.
Yeah. Dolph Ziggler, I don't know if I said that right before. Dolph Ziggler headbutted Sheamus, and either he fucking cracked his face open on Sheamus' skull, or he bladed it, which their no-color policy leads me to believe was probably the first one.
Yeah, well, and the fact that he kind of went limp afterward, and they were like, well, let's just wrap this up with sort of a dud firecracker finish.
Yeah, not even a full-on brogue kick, because you got the idea that Dolph couldn't stand at that point. Like, he apparently knocked himself loopy on Sheamus' noggin, which is real funny. He had the full crimson mask going. It looked cool, but the match didn't go on after that, so they couldn't pay it off.
Yeah.
The match itself was, perfectly serviceable.
The rest of that was okay. I'd like Sheamus more if he's got a great look now. A fantastic look. Even better than his last look. If you had asked me 6 years ago, well, it has been that long, hasn't it?
I think so.
If you had asked me a long time ago whether you could improve on Sheamus' look, I would have said, no, that's perfect. Look at him.
Then he showed up with a fucking...
He's fucking Beaker.
Then he showed up with a goddamn mohawk.
A mohawk and that fucking beard with the beads in it and the mustache. It's awesome. Looks great. Keep that motherfucker away from a mic unless you hire some better writers. Because they did that pre-fight interview thing with him with the questions from the fans, and all he did was, as a heel, shit on the fans, which you're supposed to do. But everything he was saying was, this is dumb. I'm out of here. Fuck you. This is dumb. This is dumb. I'm a warrior.
It's the exact same thing Kane did last time. I don't know why this get into the conversation thing where they hashtag have you ask questions. I don't get why they keep using heels. Like, you're trying to sell this as a way to get the fans into it. If you always use heels, or at least on pay-per-views you always use heels. They might be doing it week to week. I'm not sure. But if you always use heels, guess what, motherfucker? Fans are going to stop sending you questions because they know they're not going to get their questions actually answered. It's just shitty. It's just shitty. Not even booking. This is just shitty entertainment.
Shitty planning.
Yeah. Next match. Next match was fucking real good. I
didn't catch much of this one.
It was the New Day.
I caught the pre-match promo and the post-match promo.
Versus Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, who still don't have a name for their team. But just complete side note, I love having seen another now that I know they were heels going in, having seen another instance of them being heels, oh my god, it's not the heel gimmick I wanted from these three guys, but they're rocking this. They're rocking Bo Dallas's gimmick way better than Bo ever did. It's beautiful. I love their gimmick. I love how they sell it. I love Xavier Woods as their little loudmouth cheerleader. It's real good, and they're really talented, and they still wrestle well in the ring, so it works.
I was glad to see a 2 out of 3 falls stipulation on the card. That made me like, oh good, you're trotting out one of the low risk stipulations for something. Good.
Yeah, do that. Do that more.
You've made a otherwise mediocre match that you could have predicted miles in advance interesting. Because, yeah, okay, Tyson Kidd and Cesaro don't have a name for their tag team. That's because they're the jobber men.
No, they were really over tag team champions before the New Day took it from them last pay-per-view.
Yeah, but they had to have had that championship for, what, less than a month?
Not very long, as far as I understand it, but... No, I mean, I think they had it for a little.
They took it off of the Usos because one of the Usos exploded.
Yeah. But,
so they were what Edge established as, was it interim tag team champions?
But they do well. The fans love them, and it's not that I think they win matches, just not like they didn't win this match.
And, you know, it's kind of the reverse of what mindset I was in when I was a teenager, younger child. Pay-per-views don't really matter. They'll update me on them when I watch Raw. Now that I'm not watching Raw, and I wasn't watching pay-per-views, it's Raw doesn't really matter. They'll update me on it on the pay-per-view. So, you know, it's a little bit about perspective there. But as far as it pertains to me, as far as it would pertain to the WWE getting me back into watching every week,
I don't know. I don't really see a loss here because the New Day going over is also good because they're also.
Oh no, yeah, this is another situation where you've got two teams of good, not I wouldn't say underdogs, but underappreciated teams going at it, and both of them could have used the win just fine. I'm glad they're keeping up with the momentum of the New Day.
I
just don't kid myself in thinking that Tyson Kidd and Cesaro are going to get any more wins ever.
Oh, well, I don't know. Tyson Kidd comes out dressed as the Scout from Team Fortress 2, and Cesaro has, like, a get-up. Like, he has one of those coats where the collar goes all the way up to the middle of his face, and then he wears his head towel and headphones. He's slowly becoming go-go as he comes out to the ring.
What the fuck is going on with their fucking costume design lately? I want to like it, but I know it's going to implode, and then they're going to blame everything, and everyone is going to come out in Stone Cold's black trunks and knee pads.
But they're trying it out recently. They're going full. No, that's okay. That's a noise.
Yeah.
Okay? So, I don't know what implications this has for the tag team. I know that Elimination Chamber, which if Billy resurrects himself, I will also be doing. Little though I like it.
It's 2 pay-per-views in 1 month. It's 2 pay-per-views in 1 month. Not at the beginning, not at the end.
No.
It's 2 pay-per-views nearly back-to-back.
No, the next one's at the end. It's at the 31st.
Right, but this is the middle.
Right, the middle and the end, though.
That's not. We have, what, a week between?
2 weeks.
2 full weeks, 2 Sundays?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess because the way the month goes, we do.
Yep.
Even still. 2 weeks. 3 Raws.
Mm-hmm.
Not even 3 Raws, just 2 Raws.
Yeah, just 2 Raws.
Motherfucker.
That is... Well, from what I gather, they're doing a bunch of other things at that pay-per-view that they don't need to build too much off of. Like, because it's Elimination Chamber, and at least from what the video packages were telling me, every match is in the chamber. It's a spectacle pay-per-view, not a storyline pay-per-view. It exists in that same way that they were doing Elimination Chamber as a spectacle pay-per-view and before, but now they've separated it from their storyline pay-per-view, so it's just, alright, come to the network, watch a bunch of people kick each other's ass in a big metal tube.
On paper, I like that. In practice...
Dumb.
Why didn't you just make Payback that?
So they could do all these other things.
These things which could have been done on a Raw.
Not some of them.
A really good Raw.
I don't know. Some of these
status quo maintained. That's a Raw.
Yeah, I just disagree. I feel like some of these matches were pay-per-view class matches.
I mean, in terms of the show they put on, but here's also the problem, and I didn't even think of this when they made the switch, but I'm sure we mentioned it before. Once the WWE began the WWE Network, pay-per-views stopped meaning fucking anything.
Yeah, they did, because they don't have to. It's $10. Like, it's just another show to them now.
They are slightly more money, slightly less promos, Raws.
Yeah. And because Raw's 3 hours, the pay-per-views are 3 hours, they're not special anymore. They usually do trot out bigger and better matches on pay-per-views.
They are barely supercards. And that's why I'm saying, because there wasn't... Okay, there's 2 matches on this card. The 2 out of 3 falls match, and the I Quit match, that you wouldn't want to have anywhere but the main event of a Raw. Fair. But the things that happened storyline-wise, you
wouldn't want that triple threat on a Raw. That's a pay-per-view. The main event,
Fatal 4-Way, you mean?
No, the Fatal 4-Way. You wouldn't want that anywhere but the main event of a pay-per-view. That's a pay-per-view main event match.
I guess. It's just a shitty pay-per-view main event match.
I also disagree about that.
On paper.
Oh, okay.
It's not, there's not a lot going on there.
Storyline stuff, mostly.
Like, it's an off pay-per-view.
Yeah. Oh, clearly.
Which would be fine if it was, okay, Payback is the off pay-per-view, then we're coming back for Global Tambledom, and that's going to be the really good pay-per-view.
Well, that might be it. The Elimination Chamber might be the really good pay-per-view. But Bray Wyatt versus Ryback.
Bray Ryback versus Ryback.
This was, and I mean, all right. This is what we mentioned this earlier. I'm really tired of people not selling Bray Wyatt as scary. His gimmick is that he's scary. When The Undertaker's gimmick was that he was scary, people were fucking scared of him.
Or they made a big show of standing up to him.
Yeah, it's not everyone has gone, I'm not scared of you, Bray Wyatt. All right, if nobody's fucking scared of him, then that gimmick doesn't make any goddamn sense. Someone has to be scared of him and maybe overcome their fear of him to triumph. That's fine. He's a fucking heel. That's how that works. Or at least they're determined to build him as a heel. Despite the fact that he still has a huge positive audience reaction.
Yeah, but the way WWE booking thinks is, if the audience likes him, he must be a face, so he will have to rap and dance.
Yeah, maybe keep booking him as a heel. Maybe don't listen to me if he's gonna have to rap if he's a face. But I'm really fucking tired of no one reacting to Bray Wyatt. How you're supposed to react to that character? That's shitty writing. It's shitty acting. It's like this. I can even lay at the feet of the talent. Normally on this podcast, I'm very loath to lay things at the feet of the talent because they have writers who they have to listen to. You should at least try to sell Bray Wyatt as scary. You are shitting on his gimmick by having no one ever be frightened of him. And now before it was an undertone, since he started literally calling himself the new face of fear, somebody got fucking scared of that dude. People were scared of Kane, and Kane never called himself the new face of fucking fear. He just called himself something real stupid, the devil's favorite demon. And people were, and Ryan was scared of Kane. Why wasn't he scared of Bray Wyatt? Why couldn't he sell himself as scared of Bray Wyatt? I don't understand. It's just shitty booking, and I'm getting actually tired of it.
Good.
That said, the match was a Ryback match and a Bray Wyatt match. It was more so a Ryback match because it wasn't as cerebral as your average Bray Wyatt match is. You're going to hear me say this a couple more times tonight. The match was good. And unlike to the rest of tonight, the ending was surprising.
Before we pull back the curtain on that, I have to say this was like a bigger version of R-Truth versus Stardust. Like, R-Truth versus Stardust, no one has anything to lose there, really. Or gain. Life goes on.
Yep.
No matter who wins. And, again, with my pay-per-view watching mindset, Raw doesn't really matter. But even when I watched Raw, I didn't think, storyline finishes is what matters in terms of momentum, okay? Both of these guys needed a win. In terms of storyline finishes. Not in terms of the booking way, not in terms of kayfabe, where it's like, both of these guys are hungry, they want to win. No, both of these guys you have carefully constructed to look like shit,
Both of them need a win to look like not shit.
And putting them together in a match is just a way of going, all right, one of you will be chosen, the other one, away with you.
It's Thunderdome, bitch.
Yeah.
2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
So this, who do you root for in this situation? I want someone's career to be over.
I know who I root for, and I went into this match rooting for Bray Wyatt. I like Ryan, don't get me wrong.
He's kind of a dick.
I'm kind of a dick. I don't judge him for that. No, we have enough big meaty dudes with giant muscles. We don't have another Bray Wyatt. I want Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ryback's replaceable. I'm sorry, Ryback, your gimmick is replaceable. The Hunger Demon's great. Bray Wyatt's gimmick is better. If only one of you gets to stick around, I want Bray Wyatt.
What if one day he summoned the Hunger Demon, and it was Finn Balor?
That would be amazing. Don't fucking get my hopes up. That's beautiful.
Oh, you see? This just came to my head. Listener, I just thought of this, and I've already booked circles around the E.
But, This
was a pretty good match with a pretty good finish. I think it's phenomenal.
No, but, the finish was really good. It was really showed off both characters. They, did some catches for their finishers, got some reversals on. Bray Wyatt snookers himself into a corner where he could take off a ring rope pad and a turnbuckle pad and throws Ryback, who had been selling a rib injury all match really well.
Credit to him.
Yeah, Bray did his Husky Harris slam from the apron to the floor onto Ryback, and Ryback sold it like it killed him dead. And then he just spent the rest of the match selling it. At one point, he did a frog splash, which he's never done before. And
that was pretty cool.
It was a cool frog splash, a good frog splash, too, all things considered. And you could tell he sold it solely so he could do the Rob Van Dam, oh my god, why did I do that? That was stupid, I killed myself. Curl into a ball after. He sold that fucking rib injury really well. And the finish was predicated on that rib injury because Bray shoved him rib first into the exposed turnbuckle. It was a really smart, really well-booked finish. The storytelling on that match was, if rough, because it's kind of a rough neck match, Ryback's in it, really solid. I cannot praise this match enough because I so rarely see really solid storytelling from a WWE match.
So, would you say that all around? No, I think you would argue with that. Would you say this is the second best match on the card? All around?
I would say, yeah, that's solid, and I might even argue for best.
Okay.
Because this one had the finish that I did not predict. The other matches that I thought were really good on this card also had absurdly predictable finishes. Absurdly predictable that I called last pay-per-view finishes.
One had a finish that I called 2 pay-per-views ago.
Yeah, it's, ridiculous. Ridiculous predictable finishes that do not surprise anyone and are completely boring. And in one case was literally the best option. And that sucks, and I'll get into it when we get there. But
for now, let's talk about something that'll make us all happy.
John Cena versus Rusev in an I Quit match. This was a good match. Viewer, listener.
Viewer, look at the screen. Look at it. Now you are the viewer.
Ta-da! But Ultimate Dragon, this was a really, really good match. This was, first off, I love I Quit matches. Both guys did the, take turns beating the shit out of each other, trying to murder each other, showing their resolve, their drive to win by not quitting. This had some good spots. At one point, John Cena accidentally tried to kill Rusev with fireworks. After Rusev
that was kind of on purpose. Or did he not know the fireworks were there?
He didn't know the fireworks were there. Rusev had dragged him over to the fireworks to intentionally kill him with
fireworks. The way John Cena looked dully at the firework explosion that occurred that should have been a surprise kind of made me think he knew it was there.
That dull surprise face was actually supposed to be what the fuck just happened face.
You'll have to forgive me. John Cena can't act.
No, I haven't seen the Marine, but
they replaced him with other guys who are lower on the card, so
clearly there's a problem there.
I don't remember 12 rounds winning any fucking Oscars.
But yeah, that dull surprise face was him going, "Oh, what the fuck just happened?" Because Rusev had dragged him over to intentionally kill him with fireworks.
Right. Yes.
John Cena reversaled into his foo, his make you a happy guy or whatever he calls it now. the fun time hug hour. And he, anyway, it was a really good, well-made I Quit match. And, I need to get this out of the way, for the finish that was preordained, written in the stars, if they took bets in Vegas for WWE pay-per-views, which they don't, if they took bets in Vegas, at least
I'd be a rich man.
we would be rich motherfuckers right now. And so would everyone else in the universe, because didn't nobody think Rusev was winning this match. And they were right. John Cena wins. Cena wins, lol. I'm not happy about that, but I want to say that for the preordained finish that was Cena wins, lol, they did a good job. They did the best they could with the finish that was always going to be there.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a different finish, but the finish we got was the lesser evil.
Sometimes you just have to put Lenny down.
It's just, unfortunately, that's how the e-books. John Cena was always.
That's not what this did. Here's the reason I'm upset about this. Above and beyond, Rusev doesn't win, which is a fucking crime. Listener, what happened was Rusev was saying a bunch of gibberish in Russian or Bulgarian, whatever the fuck he talks in, and Lana got up in the ring and was like, he quits, and then after the match there was a promo where Rusev was saying a bunch of other shit in Russian or Bulgarian or whatever, and then to the extent of, I did not say I quit, I did not, and then throws chairs around and yells at Lana. Alright, here's why that's fucking stupid. This was supposed to be it. This was supposed to be over.
This doesn't build into another John Cena Rusev match. That's what you're not getting. This builds into Lana face turn.
Why do we want that?
Because the fans want it. The fans like
The
her.
fans are wrong.
So?
What is she gonna do? But go on Total Divas and fucking do whatever the fuck they do there.
Which
come
I
into the
gather is
ring,
really popular.
shit up the fucking ring with her shitty fucking wrestling.
I don't think they want her to wrestle.
I don't know what they want her to do.
Be a face. And be pretty like she is now. That's all they want. And the WWE will give that to them because they're not married to this.
I hate you people.
But it's
it
also gives Rusev an out. Because the I Quit thing is a great way to bury somebody.
Alright, but here's the thing on that. I thought that going in. Don't book this match. It's a burial. But then, damn it, if you're gonna book the fucking match, commit. Don't be like, hey, guys,
Get off the pod.
It's a steel cage match. The only way you can win... Sorry, I nicked the cord. You might have heard some feedback there. The only way you can win is by escaping the cage. And then the ref counts the pinfall because he's a fucking idiot like all WWE refs. And you're like, never mind.
What he's talking about, so that I can explain his incoherent babblings of rage, is that at the beginning of the match, they sold that this is a slightly different thing than a normal I Quit match.
Oh, I wasn't even talking about that, but yes, go ahead.
They sold that the only way to end the match was to have that person say, I quit. That was the only way to end the match.
By selling it, he means they said that sentence.
Yeah. They specifically said the only way to end this match is to have one of the competitors say, I quit.
Now, that's not...
Which, when Rusev put John Cena in the Accolade and knocked him the fuck out, passed him out clean, no cheating, nothing, Rusev didn't win because John Cena didn't quit, lol. And then 3 minutes later, they had Rusev lose because somebody else was saying that he quit.
Which is the different bullshit. It is also bullshit. Okay, alright. You know what? Let's live in a land where it's 3 months ago and Rusev never took that weird detour into heeldom. That's fine booking. That's fine. The face and the heel are fighting. The face's manager has been slowly teasing that she's going to go heel. She goes heel on him. The face doesn't speak English very well, so the heel manager comes in and is like, oh, he quits, it's over, he quits. The ref, for whatever reason, dirty, sure, why not, believes him, and calls the match.
Because up until 3 months ago, Rusev was a face.
Rusev was a face, and then he got into a feud with Cena, and because Cena is so good, he turns otherwise pure, reasonable men evil by his mere presence. Which would be a really cool gimmick in like a comic book.
Like, he's so pure and good that he sucks all the goodness into himself?
Yeah, like even if Superman were to come by this villain who is just trying to do the right thing, he would start doing awful shit because he can't be as good as that guy. The guy takes his good.
Like, he just sucks it right out of Wen Chang's suit. That's a good gimmick.
Oh, that's interesting.
Not
for WWE.
No.
I mean, they're using it, but whatever.
But yeah, you're right. I don't think this is an awful finish. I like that it gives Rusev an out because it adds an extra 2 months before he's rapping and dancing. And I want those 2 months, goddammit. I want 2 more pay-per-views where I can see Rusev doing something cool. Before he joins Rikishi and wears a thong. I don't want that. And anything that delays that day is a good thing.
Just 3 pay-per-views of ass beatings. You know?
Yep. He's fighting Cena.
And this is what...
This is worse than usual, though. This is worse than usual.
Because he was a different fucking character than he came near Cena. It's not like when Bray Wyatt fought Cena, he suddenly became a I don't know what the fuck you would even...
No, he started bagging on the fans. Which he had never done up until
Yeah, but that was more... That wasn't necessarily connected to being around Cena. That was like editorial mandate shit.
Yeah, well, it happened at the same time, so I mean that's just might be correlation and causation, but it's the timing is somewhat auspicious.
Regardless, John Cena is part of the problem in wrestling booking.
Because he's Goku.
And everybody wants to keep Goku around because he's the best character. I don't believe that. I'm a Piccolo man myself, but within the E...
Strangely, so am I. Or Vegeta.
I haven't seen a whole lot of Vegeta, but I like what I've seen on the internet. I digress. Most of the E fan base thinks that Goku's the best character, so they have to keep Goku around and doing stuff.
Or the absolute worst character.
But he's God.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, you can't fly too close to the sun, fucking Icarus. But somebody's got to be there because Goku needs something to do.
And he's been doing this. I like the weekly challenge WWE, US title thing. He's apparently been doing on the shows. I like that in theory. I like it if someone else besides Cena is doing it.
Yeah, because
John Cena doesn't need to beat more people. I'm just gonna put that out there. That doesn't need to be a thing.
It's been going on for so long that I would argue it's really hard for you to gain any momentum by losing to John Cena.
You think the Cena bump has just been used so much that it no longer exists?
I don't think he's like a place where energy goes to die.
For you.
Well, and maybe there's a lot of guys out there who are like, super positive about this whole situation. They're just like, oh yeah, that guy lost to Cena, but it's John Cena, and that makes him look good. I don't fucking know. I can only speak for me. But for me personally, if you lose to John Cena, it doesn't matter. You walk out no better or worse than you were before. Unless you had momentum and then he eats it. Like fucking...
Like a black hole.
Yeah. I was going to say...
Because he doesn't use it for anything.
Obscure X-Men character, but I can't remember his name off the
top
of my head.
He doesn't use it for anything.
No. He's at maximum already. He's just being greedy.
He's Captain America's shield. He absorbs all momentum. Oh, and he's indestructible and absorbs all momentum. He's Captain America's shield. He shields America. He absorbs all momentum, and he's indestructible. I like this. I like this metaphor.
I don't because I like Captain America.
But do you like the shield specifically?
It's a good part of him.
Fair enough. But Cena wins goal.
I must admit that I liked him elevating the U.S. Championship.
Yeah, he has fucking put some shine on that belt.
There are kids that have come through my line at National Major Retail Chain and were excited to purchase a United States Championship because they thought it was the world title. Because Cena has it. This is not me, putting some stuff on them. These are the kids holding up the United States Championship and going, yeah, Dad, I'm the world champion like John Cena.
Because Cena is so synonymous with being the top guy that any championship he holds is the top championship by right of conquest.
I mean, okay, good call.
Yeah, I mean, he's elevated that title. He really has.
And I'll give this that, and nothing else.
This was unnecessary. This third match was unnecessary. It being an I Quit match was unnecessary. John Cena winning in another I Quit match, which they made sure to point out several times. He's never lost an I Quit match, ever. Honestly, Rusev completely blatantly fucking rock-style piping John Cena saying I quit into the arena to win would have been a more interesting ending than this completely boring, completely predictable, stupid bullshit ending. It's the best stupid bullshit ending we could have gotten. I think just because it gives Rusev an out and doesn't destroy his character as badly as the other stupid bullshit ending that would have happened.
Which was Rusev attacking Lana and Cena saying he quit to save her.
Or Rusev just quitting.
Oh, sure, yeah, that. I mean, again, that's kind of where I go back to saying, sometimes you just got to put Lenny down. If you're so keen on burying the motherfucker, just do it already. Stop playing with my heart.
And that's fair. Maybe you can make him into Indie Rusev.
I like Indie Rusev. Anyway, the next match is two talented athletes against the Bella Twins.
Look, I said last pay-per-view that Naomi versus Nikki Bella was a real solid, real good match. They gave them some time to work. They let them tell a story. They told a story, a really good story. It had Bella in it, and it was still probably one of my favorite matches of the entire night. This match is not that match.
I would say R-Truth versus Stardust was a better match.
Yeah.
It was a longer match, too.
Yeah, this was 6 minutes and 13 seconds.
R-Truth Stardust was 6:50.
Now, it's not the 3 minutes they usually get.
No, so there's that.
7 minutes is a good TV time match. To be fair, the next match only got 7 minutes and change. But this is a tag match. You need to give us a little bit more time to build a better story. They did not. They gave this tag match less time than the singles match after it. Let's just go ahead and go up
and both matches mattered about as much.
Let's just go up into the fucking New Day Tyson Kidd Cesaro match. 12 minutes, 40 seconds. 6 minutes. Literally half as long. They didn't have any fucking time to do anything. Tamina and Naomi are good, solid, really, really talented wrestlers. The Bella Twins, at least Nikki, I have been proven wrong, is capable of having a good match. It's possible. It can be done. They didn't give them the time to do it. This isn't the Bella's fault. This is the E's fault. The Bellas can put on a good match if you give them time. I had this shown to me last pay-per-view.
But for my money, at this point, much like John Cena, I don't want him to.
You just tired of him?
Show me someone the fuck else.
To be fair, them being the fucking... Well, I mean, everyone else left.
Well, can you blame them?
No, not really.
I like Naomi and Tamina.
Yeah.
I don't know much about their gimmicks. I imagine Tamina is still strong, and Naomi is still sassy.
They're heels now, actually. They're turning the Bella Twins face.
Okay, so Tamina is strong, and Naomi is bitchy, but,
Strong and evil.
Well, yeah, but you can strong for the force of good or evil. It's not predicated on your moral outlook.
But it's... Them turning the Bella Twins face is also stupid.
What? Pick an orientation.
It's stupid for a couple reasons. One, really? It's smart for one reason. They're the main characters of your Total Divas show. Their faces on this show. There's no change in dynamic. The people who like Total Divas, who is what you're trying to bring in with these people, because apparently Total Divas is popular, can root for the Bella Twins, and the fans aren't booing them, so they don't feel weird about rooting for them. Makes sense. It's stupid because fucking alright, they didn't change their gimmick at all. They're the exact same fucking gimmick.
Once again.
But now the announcers now the face announcers are on their side and the heel announcers against them with no noticeable change over the course of 1 month, and they didn't even comment on it. The only person who commented on it was the heel commentator. When the Tamina and Naomi were cheating, he said at one point, Bellas get some taste of their own medicine. They always fight 2-on-1. It's a 2-on-2 tag match. But still, JBL, good try. Good try. I see what you're doing there. Good try.
I would like to inject some logic into the proceedings. My logic needle is empty. I'll just drink this beer.
But it's stupid. It's stupid to turn him face with no gimmick change at all.
I agree. I wasn't laughing at that or anything else. I was laughing in the next match when the king is a wizard.
Oh, God. All right. We will get to that.
Naomi and Tamina won, which I'm glad for.
Yeah, they won. They won clean. Well, actually, they may have cheated. I don't know. I didn't care. I don't care. I don't care anymore about this match. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Moving on.
I would like to say that for this coming match as well, and it had a dumber finish.
That is true. Neville, that's a sidebar.
Super Neville.
Stupid fucking name. Neville Longbottom is not a good name for a professional fucking wrestler.
Super
Oh
Neville.
my God. No, it's just Neville.
Captain Neville.
Stop it.
Captain Neville.
That cape will
He'll teach you about diabetes.
That cape will drag him to the bottom of the fucking sea.
He's gonna get sucked through a fucking jet engine, man.
No capes!
God,
Fuck's sake.
He doesn't. He's there though. Like he's trying as hard as he can.
He is selling that cape, man. Wade Barrett is the only motherfucker in the last 10 years to pull off a cape. Because he takes his cape off. He takes his cape off the second he comes to the ring. Except now he's King Barrett. Side note: has winning King of the Ring and then doing the King whatever gimmick ever worked for anybody ever? Fucking ever?
Billy Gunn actually ran with it, and it went okay. But he didn't do the full ridiculous King gimmick. He just put little crowns on the lips on his tights.
That's winning the King of the Ring tournament. I'm talking about the full ridiculous ermine crown scepter.
That's the
King Booker, King Barrett, stupid bullshit. I hate this gimmick. I've always hated that fucking gimmick. It's awful.
I love the King of the Ring tournament, but yeah, once winning King of the Ring meant now you are a regent of some kind.
Now you're strapped with this shitty king. Why did you fucking get rid of Wade Barrett's really good gimmick and give him a stupid fucking king gimmick that no one has ever enjoyed?
You know what? I would like it if one year, and they would never do this. They would never do this. But
fucking, they tried it with Sheamus. They gave
him Sheamus. They gave him the Irish crown,
Irishy crown,
which made me laugh.
For like 2 weeks, then they broomed that shit because it's stupid.
Oh no, it stuck around for a long time.
I fucking deleted it from my brain.
You did, and that's safe. But I thought it was funny because back in the day, we on the old Two Nerds show that you can find on Blip maybe if you search real hard, we talked about how Sheamus and like this big thing that happened reminded us of the Dwarven thing that happened in Dragon Age Origins.
Yeah, he became King Balin.
Yeah, and then when King Sheamus came out, it was like, this is it.
This is King Balin.
Yeah, it's King fucking Balin. That amused me. But yeah, no, this has never been a good gimmick. Full gimmick for fucking anybody except for Jerry Lawler, and he didn't win a fucking King of the Ring tournament to get it. He was just like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm a king.
He was king by right of saying he was a fucking king. And he played it to the hilt, and it was like in the fucking 60s. So
yeah, when your gimmick could be, I'm John the Anaconda Jones, and they're like, all right, where's the snake on his shirt? Fucking Johnny Anaconda Jones, good.
Yeah, it's a simpler time, okay? But you managed to fucking stumble onto one of my real pet peeves, E. You did. I fucking hate that king gimmick. It buried Booker T when he was really good and really talented and really over with that stupid fucking awful gimmick. I haven't liked it since. I fucking hate that king gimmick. I always have. It bothers me so much because it's stupid and no one likes it. Anyway, now that I'm done bitching about their gimmicks and names, this match.
I wasn't paying attention.
Good match. Again, completely good match. Not necessarily a predictable finish, but a finish that I'm not surprised by. We'll put it like that.
It was fucking dumb.
I mean, that's not wrong. You're not wrong about that. But, well, it was not even a title match, but it was a dusty finish because this feud isn't over yet, sort of thing. Because he beat Neville to win the King of the Ring tournament. Now they're having their second match. There's going to be a rubber match, I imagine, elimination.
This is their third match.
There's a third match?
Neville beat Barrett at the last pay-per-view.
Oh, he did. I totally forgot about that.
And they also wrestled a tag match in there somewhere too, but those don't count.
So yeah. This
match didn't need to take place. Or the King of the Ring tournament should have fucking concluded at this pay-per-view.
Or, it should have had a finish. You're right, this is dumb.
This is just dumb.
The existence of another Barrett Neville match that I forgot makes this dumb.
Yeah, Super Neville showed up last pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, when Wade Barrett
was like, well, and he died.
Yeah, when he needed someone to fight. That's right.
And then he won the King of the Ring over Neville, and then Neville was like, I'm taking it back. And he didn't, because Barrett was like, oh, I'm leaving. So
he knocked him out. Neville knocked him out. Did the flying over the top rope thing because Wade Barrett had rolled out of the ring when he was about to do his finisher. And then Wade Barrett got back up at 9, started to get in the ring, and went, you know what? Fuck it. No, I'm not doing it. They had a little brawl post-match. I don't want to talk about this match because it was pointless. It shouldn't have been this high up on the card.
Especially not with that finish.
It was after your piss break match, which exists to give people time to go to the bathroom before the main event. And this was, all the people were back, and now they have to watch this stupid shitty match before the main event. So it was also poorly placed. And not just too high up on the card, but like in a shitty spot on the card. This is not good. This is not good. Give this 7 minutes to combined, just fucking give it to the Divas match, whatever. And there, done. Why does this match exist? Give this 7 minutes to the Divas match. That solves 2 problems.
And then there's our main event,
which I loved.
It looked like a really tight match.
It was really well wrestled.
Every spot I caught, every moment of psychology, it was all very good.
One piece of criticism, middle of the match, I saw some back and forth movement. Everybody was knocked out. It was doing like 1-on-1, then 2 other people 1-on-1, 2 other people 1-on-1. It's kind of how the E does multiple man matches. Roman Reigns took a powder that was a little longer than necessary, to the point that I went, where the fuck is Roman Reigns?
We forgot to talk about King Wizard.
Oh shit! All right, no, back up. King Wizard.
Hold on a second. So, like, you do it, because.
All right. So while they were talking, after the match, when Neville turned around to celebrate his win by countout, and Wade Barrett came into the ring and smacked him in the back of the head with like a bull hammer or whatever. And Michael Cole said, "Oh yeah, now that the match is over, King Barrett comes in, because they're pushing that name. Comes in from behind, blah blah blah. You know, talking about how it's shitty attacking from behind. What kind of fighter is that? What kind of match is that? Something like that.
What kind of king is that?
What kind of king is that? And then I realized that I'm a better writer than WWE writers, because I came up with the perfect rejoinder and then back and forth to follow. JBL says, "Well, Michael, a king is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to." Michael responds, "That's wizards." JBL, king, wizard, whatever, it's all the same thing.
To which I added, Jerry Lawler quietly between the two of them, "I'm a wizard." Just in abject awe. Y'all aren't going to find out anywhere near as funny as I did, but fuck you.
I
love you, though.
It's the only, like, super entertaining part of that match.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Back to the main event.
Like, comment, subscribe if you like main events.
The big story going into this match was, is Kane going to help Seth Rollins? Is Kane not going to help Seth Rollins? Kane had been selling all night that he was not going to help Seth Rollins, which of course means he's going to help Seth Rollins.
Yeah, like, that's the only way WWE knows how to... Okay, look, I will admit my faults as a booker / EFED writer. I do the
straight up
first guy, second guy... Well, but the first guy, second guy, first guy thing in most of my matches. Like, okay,
this
dude
guy
who's
takes
going to
over.
win gets offense, dude who's going to lose gets some back, dude who's going to win gets more offense, finishes the match. That's lazy, and that's my bad, but that's what I do. And that's part of the reason I don't write matches anymore. But, like, when the WWE writes these gimmicks, and other shit we've mentioned earlier in this podcast, anytime someone is being shifty, they're just like, no, I'm not going to do that thing.
They're going to do the thing.
That means they're going to do the thing. Nobody is ever as good as their word. It's just like that fucking perfect Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's like John Cena mentioned, like, way back in the day. We gave Umaga the night off. Oh, the night off. I know what that means. Should I expect him around the corner any minute now? He gonna show up. He gonna try and attack me, because that's what I have the night off means. That's what it's always meant. It's that. It's, oh, I know, I am selling that I am going to leave you high and dry. Ha ha ha, I'm laughing at you. You're going to lose. That means he's going to help Seth Rollins. That's all that ever means. That's so completely predictable that I would have literally bet money on it. And then he did. And eventually, after... I'm going to go ahead and give you the finish. Seth Rollins wins.
Seth Rollins wins by kind of falling on Roman Reigns' head?
Because they, like, real-life banned Seth Rollins' curb stomp finisher because they were concerned about concussions. Seth Rollins now has to do a different finisher every match because they don't have any finisher for him yet. Which, this time he did a... this time he did a pedigree.
I disagree.
He did a pedigree.
He did disagree.
He did a pedigree.
He put his head between his knees and sort of fell.
He did a shitty pedigree, but he did a pedigree.
Somewhere backstage, Triple H is like, it's not a hard move. How did you...
No, Triple H just fucked that up way worse in the past.
No, yeah, he's gone too far.
Yeah.
He's like, alright, okay, we're good. Now I jump, turn the guy up completely, and then slam him head first down into the ground, right? Oh, shit, no, I killed him, man. Fuck. How did I get that wrong?
He went the other way, which makes sense, given that his cool finisher that was super over is a really good finisher that almost put down Brock Lesnar and killed Randy Orton for months and killed Dean Ambrose for months, was taken away for concussion problems and concussion concerns. It's easy to understand why he's being kind of a soft little kitty with any finisher that involves putting a guy's head near a mat.
Problems.
Yeah. Well, all sports problems.
Oh, sure.
Chris Nowinski problems.
Concussions are a real thing and they're dangerous, and being a professional wrestler, you knew that when you signed up.
Yeah, that's not how that works anymore. Chris Nowinski has made sure...
Especially for the WWE, yes, you are correct.
They have made sure that is not how that works anymore.
Doesn't matter in NXT.
Nope.
You can beat a guy in the head with a baseball bat, and you do whatever, doesn't matter.
No, that's because Triple H is in charge, and he's like, hey, you know, we get sued, whatever.
We got money.
Whereas,
Let's put on a good product for the fans. I'm a face when I book this. I ain't even on the show and I'm a face when I book this.
I'm a face in real life, but I play a bad guy on TV. So, the finish aside, which, again, the thing I have to bitch about this pay-per-view, completely predictable. Oh my god, there isn't a single human on Earth who didn't see this coming. Of course this is how this match... There's no way Seth Rollins loses this title before Brock Lesnar comes back to get it. No way. It's not going to happen. I will... I'm not going to say I'll eat my hat, because then I would be bound to literally eat a hat, but...
I don't think you own a hat. You'd have to eat one of my hats.
And you like your hats. And
I do. I would hit you.
But I just... I will be so stunned as I will have to retroactively forgive the WWE a lot of their sins if Seth Rollins loses this title before Brock Lesnar comes back for it. I just don't see it happening.
I don't know if I could be that stunned.
It's just I don't see it happening. But now, the match itself was great. The match itself was well wrestled. They told a lot of really good stories. And okay, listener, I'm a little biased. Because going into this match, when I saw it was Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Randy Orton in a fatal four-way, I was like, oh my god, the best possible thing, the best possible stunt they could pull in this match is to, mid-match, have a very brief reunion of the Shield, where the Shield teams up to kill a guy, maybe 2 or 3 guys, because I assumed that it would be J&J Security. And then, once they're done murdering people, Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns kill Seth Rollins' son. That's what I wanted to see. They did that. They did that exact fucking thing. They teamed up to kill Randy Orton. They triple powerbombed him through the table. They then triple powerbombed... then they tossed Seth Rollins onto the other table, triple powerbombed Kane through into the table twice, through the table on top of Seth Rollins. That's right, they hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker, which is the best thing. And then they... sorry, that was a double powerbomb because Seth Rollins had been turned on by that point. So
they lingered on that for a little too long.
I don't think so.
Like just a smidge.
I just disagree.
One turn of the head too long.
No, I disagree. 2 more turns of the head would have been good. But it was...
Could have been time spent on the Divas match.
You know what? In this case, I'm alright with it because it was good. Okay. Shitty stuff you could give to the Divas. This was good stuff.
Oh, okay. Resource management, I understand.
Yeah. But it's just... They triple powerbombed Randy Orton through the table. They turned on Seth Rollins, beat him up, threw him on the table, killed him with Kane twice, and then grabbed him, threw him into the ring. No, they didn't actually. I'm sorry. Then they looked at each other and did the very like Blood Brothers, battle cry thing where they were like, "Us, it's just us. Time to see which one wins." They didn't get shitty. Nobody turned on anybody else. At one point, Roman Reigns looked at Dean Ambrose and said, "Loser buys the beers." That's really good face-on-face wrestling.
Yeah.
That was fucking perfect. And they wrestled, and they fought, and they did their things, and they sold that these guys know each other really well. They had them reverse a bunch of each other's stuff. Roman Reigns spears is about to go over, and then I'm not even calling it a fucking swerve, turn in the road that had signs for the last 27 miles. There's going to be a turn in the road here. Came. So they turned. And Seth Rollins ended up winning. Alright. Seth Rollins winning this match, given what you want, given the way the E is booking, they want Brock Lesnar to come back and kill Seth Rollins and maybe Roman Reigns, or maybe have Roman Reigns beat Brock Lesnar. It depends on what happens. You know they don't plan that far ahead. That's what they obviously want. If you want to book to that, there's no way Seth can lose that title before SummerSlam or wherever Brock comes back. So, given that information, okay, fine, that's the finish. The best finish for this match would have been Roman Reigns beats Dean Ambrose, or Dean Ambrose beats Roman Reigns. That's the best finish for this match. That was perfect storytelling. Every second after that pin got broken up was just downhill.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Randy Orton guy, and I kind of thought Randy might take it there for a minute before his "haha, I'm back" segment went on too long, but I would have rather have seen one of the other guys win this than Randy.
Yeah. Now, I knew Randy wasn't going to win this. I just
like, in that moment where it was like everybody had forgotten about him, I kind of thought, oh no, Randy's going to come back and win it. But then when he came back a little too long, and it was like, oh, nope, never
Randy's
mind.
not, and he didn't. But, yeah, no. This is the best finish for this match. The best finish to finish this story for this match would have been one of the other two members of the Shield going over the other as a, good, solid, we tried our, we fought, and now you won, you're the champ, let's go buy beers. You lost, you buy. Ha ha ha. That's the best ending to that match. That is the best possible ending to that match. You had to do a shitty ending because of your booking, which means your booking is wrong. But you're fucking married to it, so. Now, that said, should Billy resurrect himself, I will be happy to tell you how I think fantasy booking should go from here. But
it's to the point now that even if next Monday on Raw, next pay-per-view, even to give it some legitimacy, if somehow Stardust were to capture the World WWE Heavyweight Championship of the World Wrestling World WWE, I would assume it only meant they were about to literally murder him. And this was like his last request or some shit. Like, that's how far in the hole of disbelief I am. A good thing is only temporary here. It is a lie told to sucker you in for the bad thing. It is running into pedophile Jackson on the road, and he's like, I have some cake for children. And you're like, I love cake as a child, but the man's name is pedophile Jackson. What are you doing?
I can't fault that stance.
They dangle that cake in front of me. I'm like, no, you're a fucking pedophile. Get out of here. I will find my cake elsewhere. I have not found my cake elsewhere. Watching this pay-per-view incensed me to a degree that I do not wish to share in detail. I hated it. And there was a lot of perfectly fine wrestling. It existed, and that bothers me.
But
Well, what do you think? Like B?
All told, I'd say B minus, C plus.
B minus, C plus? Okay, that's fine.
Like, good matches, shitty finishes.
Yeah, just booking was really lame duck here.
Wrestlers did their jobs, booking team didn't do theirs. It's not the wrestler's fault, but it does make the show worse. Nothing you can do about that. Suppose except talk about it. Because everything's better when nerds talk about it.
I beg to differ.
Fuck it, let's go!